Well, hello everybody. Hello, friends. I am Dean the Turkey Legster. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome to the first edition, which is kind of like you might call this a pilot episode of a brand new weekly show that I'm developing, and this is kind of part of the process of just kind of getting it out there that I'm going to be going live regularly, um, starting in the new year, in January, probably the third, at least probably the second or third um, week of the new year is when this will be launching officially. Um, and this is Rooster mode activated. So cock-a-doodle-doo, everybody. Good morning. My plan for this stream is to be live in the morning and do a chat for people who are up. Um, it's going to be during the week, um, at least initially. Um, there's a possibility if I get enough, feedback, I might try it on like a Saturday morning type of a show. Possibly, you know, I'm looking at doing this on probably Monday or Tuesday. Um, I'd have to decide which one I would like, want to do. Um, no, I'm thinking Tuesday might possibly be a better day, but I'm kind of working through which day of the week might be a better fit. So, good morning. The good morning Rooster mode activated is, as you may notice, is a title that does not refer to turkey legs, but it is. I love roosters. Their city that I live in traditionally has had roosters that walk around. It's one of many cities that do that. I know Key West also is famous for that, but the rooster is part of the city where I live, Oviedo, Florida. It has a large history of there being roosters around. In recent years, the population has declined a little bit, um, but I wanted to do something in the morning. I wanted to try to deviate as far as title wise, um, to do something that would fit for the morning and would work for a morning stream. Good morning, Amy, AJC Magic TV. Good morning. My first friend in the chat for this morning's stream. So I thought I'd do a test run and announce kind of an announcement this morning. And this is Tuesday, the 25th of 2025, that I'm doing this stream. And I know that, there might be several people that are maybe up this early, maybe getting ready to, go to work, or stuff. I know we're in the Thanksgiving week, but on like a normal week, just kind of feeling out if there's even a much of a market for a morning stream. Francisco, hello, good morning. Welcome in. Welcome to this brand new stream show that I'm working on. Um, Rooster mode activated is the name of it, as you probably saw from the thumbnail, and I'm really excited. Um, so I am going to definitely continue. Once I launch this weekly, I'm definitely going to be keeping Storyland on Thursdays weekly. The question mark is with Let's Talk Turkey, the future of Let's Talk Turkey. I think I want to keep it in some form, but I may pull back on that and it might go to a bi-weekly stream or just a monthly stream, maybe like the first Saturday night of like the month, or every other Saturday it be kind of that. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, but I'm thinking of this be a stream where I do a highlight of Disney World news, Disney news, maybe regular news if there's something that's not like heavy political, controversial type in nature going on that would kind of be coverable on a morning live stream. Um, so that's kind of where I'm at. Rooster mode activated, and I'm kind of thinking of, what segments or whatever I might do on the stream. Uh, besides the Disney news, kind of what I would, want to, start it with some kind of a reading or a. I've thought for a while that I would come on with like a word of the day, word of the week, to kind of interesting, educational slash enlightening. Um, so I'm kind of thinking that I would start with like a word, have the definition, and kind of be the um, kind of enrich your vocabulary and kind of do just for one word, kind of considering doing that on this show. Um, so so anyway, if you are watching this on the replay, as always, leave me a comment. Let me know um, what you think. Everyone live, I've just got a couple of people in the chat. What do you think about a morning stream? Would you watch one weekly? I know that um, Zippity Doo Dug, who actually is Zippity Doo Dug, is a you all probably know who he is. He is actually at Disney right now, and I think he's just went live from, or he's going to be going live um, from Animal Kingdom. So um, he hasn't gone live yet. So, but Doug usually does his coffee talk stream at 9, which is why I would do this at 8 and go, I would end at that hour mark, and then you all can go continue your morning chat over there with Doug, and I'd kind of go over to watch Doug's coffee talk at 9. So um, anyway, that's kind of what I'm working out with all my thoughts on the stream. Nico the Greco, welcome in. Good morning. I'm just kind of doing a introductory trial run with this stream. In the new year, I'll be doing a weekly morning stream, uh, just to kind of add some options for your morning viewing routines. Uh, Initially, I'm gonna try to do it on Monday, I think, is kind of the day I've got in my mind. I might then try maybe Tuesday. Um, as well. I'm also kind of looking at maybe a Saturday morning with, if I do it on set, decided to move this to Saturday mornings, I might move Let's Talk Turkey back to like Tuesdays, especially, and that would work. David, it's me, David T. Good morning. Good morning. Um, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to doing this show and kind of developing it over the holiday season. I'm going to be kind of planning it out, thinking what I want to do with the stream. Brian Eisenhart, yeah, I was up. I've been, and what's one reason? But welcome in, Brian. Good morning. One reason, actually, that actually segues very nicely into part of why I want to do this, because over the last year or so, I've started getting up early. I used to get up like 8 or 9 o'clock. Okay. Um, Now I'm getting up like as early as 5, maybe around 7. Um, but then it's like I'm up. I don't, drink. I don't need coffee. If you're a coffee person, go for it. Um, but I don't need coffee. It's not something I need in the morning, and I'm up. I'm basically up, uh, and I'm kind of ready to go. And so, I decided, well, why don't I do a stream? Um, and I'm gonna go really hard with a series, and I've announced this coming up starting December the 1st, which is coming up on Monday. I am going to be live every morning at 8 to do my um, Peanuts Countdown to Christmas with a Story a Day series. Jason Thibodeau, good morning. Welcome in. Um, so I'm going to be live every morning, most mornings. There may be some, there may be some days where I decide to pre-record. In fact, I'm considering pre-recording all the Sundays just to kind of have that a little day of rest day, but still have the countdown for you guys. So there's only a handful of those um, there's only 3 Sundays between the 1st and the 25th, but that would kind of break. But anyway, I'll decide what to do, and then I may have to pre-record again. Um, I have a couple days lined up already that I'll be going down to Disney, so those might be pre-recorded as well. But mostly this is going to be a live stream series coming up, starting less than a week. My goodness! Wow! 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 Um, so anyway, that's basically it. That's why I'm live now. Just doing a test run. What do you guys think? Are you up this early? Would you watch a stream, on a weekly basis? Um, um, and what day of the week do you think, would it be a weekday that's better? Do you think a weekend? Do I do this on Saturdays or maybe even Sundays? Um, I know we have friends that go live from the Disney parks on the weekends, but maybe a chat stream early in the morning like this. Uh, and it would be, 8 a.m. Eastern. But let me know what you guys think. Um, I kind of, I'm going to do what's comfortable for me as far as the time, but I also want to consider, who might be around. And I know that YouTube gives you that in the analytics when your viewers are on. So I'm going to look at that too and kind of consider, okay, who's on YouTube on, on what day. I may shift around my evening shows, my Storyland, my Let's Talk Turkey. Um, Also, um, in the new year, but yeah, I am looking forward. Again, the Rooster mode activated is going to start officially. Uh, is gonna start officially in January. I don't have a date, but I will try to decide when for sure I'm going to launch this, and I'll let you know this Saturday night on Let's Talk Turkey. I will make that announcement. Um, so, Dave Stragan, welcome in. Brian, yes. Um, the thing though, and the thing with that's a good question. That's a good comment because that kind of addresses, and I liked being live on Tuesday. And if I do go back to Tuesday though, it would be at 8 o'clock because I have also grown with my waking up a little earlier. I'm also getting tired earlier and needing to go to bed earlier. And there's, I'm not sure what that's attributed to. It may have been related to my thyroid stuff that was going on. Uh, and so, but the thing is, if I do go live on Tuesday, it would probably be at the 8 o'clock, and it wouldn't necessarily lead right into Hitchhiker Chat, um, but it would what it would do is I could still shout them out and say, hey, in an hour, if I sign off at 9, I could say, hey, in an hour, go visit the Hitchhiking Bones. They're gonna be live. Um, so I may even pose the possibility to Dawn. I don't know if it would work for their schedule of them moving their show an hour earlier. Um, but that would be totally up to them. Uh, they do it. So there's a lot of things on the table, a lot of moving pieces, as the phrase goes, that I'm looking at for the long term. But initially, um, you know, this stream, Rooster mode activated, is going to be Monday mornings. I just have to decide when I'm going to start it, what week exactly. Uh, that's true, Brian. Yeah, because who does the show with Dawn, is also, he's a dad. He works. So he's got, work and the kids and, uh, you know, juggling that and then coming onto the stream on Tuesdays, which I know he enjoys, he loves. I'm sure it's probably the, if not a highlight of their week. But anyway, it's just one of the things that is kind of melding around. I'm gonna first and foremost, I'm gonna do what makes sense for me, and also considering what day of the week might work better for a morning stream, uh, because it is only going to be one day a week. Um, but That's true, Dave, too. That's the other thing that has happened. And that's one of the other things that is playing into me doing a morning stream during the week because um, this time is really not because it's morning. For one, people are getting up, going to work, and they might want something to listen to. So I might be a little more talky. There might not be as much chat, but there might be. There might be people that get up in the morning that just want to listen to something, and that's fine because I'm fine talking. Like I said, I might go through Disney News. Um, I might do other talking as well. Um, and then people might be up and be chatty that maybe aren't working or that day, or they're working don't working yet. They're able to come in and chat and start their day on a with a stream. And so, but what Dave says is right. Grand and Miraculous, yeah, but and all the channels. There's all the channels that go live on Tuesday night, earlier. Um, but at the same time, um, if I do go back to Tuesday night, it wouldn't. I'm not necessarily concerned about overstepping or overlapping on other channels anymore because there's so many, and I don't want to take away from their audience, but you know, YouTube is such a big place and there's so many channels. And while there are a few that I won't go live around the same time for, and that's mainly because I would like to watch them, not necessarily I don't want to stream while they're streaming. I've kind of grown to, okay, what works for me uh, is kind of the primary thing, and okay, who's live regularly? Because some people will go live like from the parks, but it might not be super like regular. It might move around. Um, so there's just a lot of thoughts, and you guys can reach out to me privately if you want to do some offer some thoughts on that. But yeah, I'm just gonna I change my schedule and I change my shows, periodically when I feel like something's not working for me or something, may not be working with people or I just don't think it fits. But I'm on Instagram and Facebook pretty much regularly throughout the day. Or you can send me an email here. You can also leave a comment on the stream if you're watching this on replay. So those are some options if you just have some thoughts about, the timing and all that. But what I thought I'd do for a few minutes, now that I've covered kind of talking about the stream and about the technical side and the production side, whatever, if you will. Let's talk about other stuff. Let me come here. Let me share the stream. I mean, share the screen. And Julie Gerbil, good morning. Good morning. Let me share the screen and we'll look at some Disney news. There were a few interesting articles. So there we go. Oh, excuse me. We'll do that. But also what I can do is oh, take that off. There we go. Okay, so come over here. First article that I noticed here is there's a video here, but its update is Living with the Land, Glimmering Greenhouses returns to Epcot for the 2025 holiday season. And so it's the overlay in the Living with the Land. And so basically, yeah, it's there now. It's going to be there through the holidays, and uh, I don't see when it's going to end, but probably around New Year's, right after New Year's. So, update. Just kind of going through. New cast member costumes at the land. Cast members at the Land Pavilion in Epcot are sporting some new costumes, and park fans might notice something very familiar about them. So there you go. There's an image there of a cast member in front of the sign. The new costumes include tan and or brown slacks and a green button-down t-shirt. It appears that both Pavilion and Living with the Land cast members are wearing the new duds. On the front and back of the costumes, a pattern of swirling greens and whites appears on the background with white leaves in the foreground. The entire design looks almost like a minimalistic watercolor painting. If you look closely, you may notice something familiar. The new Land Pavilion cast member costumes feature the five-leaf pattern in the center of the pavilion's logo. Oh yeah, okay. There you go. Do 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 do. Okay. So that's fun. This is interesting also. Disney is partnering with Meta to put virtual theme park guide in your ear via smart glasses. Revealed in the latest episode of We Call It Imagineering on YouTube, Disney is leveraging their partnership with Meta to use smart glasses for both guest-facing and behind-the-scenes applications in their theme parks. As for how guests will utilize their smart glasses in the parks, Disney envisions the device being able to put a virtual theme park guide in their ear. Imagineer Asa Kalama of Executive Creative and Interactive Experiences spoke about the glasses from inside Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, implying that might be one location where they will be useful. Although he didn't actually demonstrate their use, he talked about how the cameras, microphones, and speakers in the Ray-Bans could enhance the way we tell stories and unlock information about the land a guest is in. Guests exploring a land could look around and ask questions about architectural details, and they would get an answer right in their ear from the glasses. The device could also be helpful when wanting to learn more about a merchandise item. Wow. Disney hopes that using such technology will get guests off their more intrusive smart devices and allow them to interact more with the humans around them. Uh, Regarding behind the scenes uses of the glasses, Vaughn spoke about fun but intimidating visits to a greenfield site, which is an area that has been cleared for construction. Imagineers usually just have to picture what the future attraction, land, or theme park will look like at the site, but the glasses could give them an early preview of the final product. And then there's an episode of We Call It Imagineering. There's also this Olaf will be another story, but this thing about the glasses is interesting. Um, Brian, I have not been on Best Buy, so it just adds. I don't know. Yeah, nobody. Yeah, there's not a lot of people, I think, uh, doing smart glasses. Yeah. I mean, yeah, relatively speaking, yeah, Brian. I don't know. I don't see me using that, but what David T say? Just saw a casting audition call for Festival of the Lion King and the new Little Mermaid show. Oh, that's interesting. Both very good shows. I like the Festival of the Lion King, and I do like the new Mermaid show. I've only seen it once though. I need to get back there to see it. Festival of the Holidays decor has arrived at Epcot. So it's starting to look a lot like the holidays at Walt Disney World, at Epcot and Walt Disney World. So there we go. I don't know that we need to read that article a lot. Holiday decor is also at Port Orleans Riverside. Uh, so the other day on the, well, I guess it was Sunday, an electrical fire shuts down Walt Disney World monorail. Yipes. Okay, where's that Stitch story? That was cool. I might have to go back. Come on. They did, so the video that was in this other article talked about, right here, uh, this square here on the upper left. They're doing which I actually like, but it's not for the U.S. Disney parks. Let me find it. It's something I hope comes here, but it's gonna be because they did. This is at the World of Frozen at Disneyland Adventure World, which is at Disneyland Paris, which I think is opening or is about to open. But here we go. A self-walking, living animatronic Olaf coming to both World of Frozen lands. So, as previewed in the teaser to the latest episode of We Call It Imagineering, Disney has unveiled a self-walking, living character of Olaf the Snowman from Frozen, all brought to life through cutting-edge animatronics technology. So there is an image of it. The Olaf living character is the latest entry in the now decades-long history of walk-around robotics characters at Disney parks, beginning with Lucky the Dinosaur in the 2000s and continuing through to the Star Wars BDX droids of recent years. In the video, Disney shows Olaf walking and talking just as he does in the films and shorts. A stunning recreation of an animated character in reality. Olaf can even have his arms and nose detached, just as often happens to him in various media. At the beginning, Olaf walking. Oh, that's the caption. Uh, at the beginning of the research and development episode of the show, Josh D'Amaro shows Olaf in a more unfinished form at their Zurich facility. The character is later shown in a more complete form, walking around the soon-to-open world of Frozen Disney Adventure World at Disney Paris. It has been announced that Olaf will debut at World of Frozen in both Hong Kong Disneyland and Disney Adventure World, which is in Paris, starting in early 2026. No exact date has been given at this time, but World of Frozen at Disney Adventure World opens on March 29th, 2026. Interesting. So, there we go. Uh, yeah. So just a couple updates really quickly that I wanted to talk about. The thing with the smart glasses is interesting. Like Brian was saying, not a lot of people use smart glasses, either yet or at all. And it's kind of something that if you don't wear glasses, if your eyesight is fine, are you gonna wear them without the frames? Or if you do wear glasses, are you gonna, you know, invest in buying them, with your prescription? Uh, are you gonna do that? I mean, I'm thinking it in some respect, it might be like a thing like the magic bands, where it's just kind of something that you buy. But with the glasses, I know with the glasses it might be different actually. So I'm not sure how. I think it's a nice thought that they want to have some kind of technology that doesn't kind of that you can kind of use without not taking you away from uh too much from the world around you. Um, but I only just saw that this morning, so I have to think about it a little more to kind of iron out what I really do think about it. Um, and then the Olaf, I hope that eventually comes to Walt Disney World. They could have him in the Norway Pavilion. They could have him, you know, make appearances around, uh, around, and there's opportunities to have him, maybe even at Disney Springs, do a quick little pop up, thing. Hollywood Studios out in front of the Frozen show, and uh, so anyway, there's potential, and there's potential they can do other characters too. I guess they can do, which they've done, um, or I guess I don't know. So anyway, I don't know if you can tell, I'm kind of stuffed up. My sinuses are kind of blah. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off, guys. Zippity Doo Dug is live right now from Animal Kingdom. So let me go find his stream, go over and enjoy Doug Zippity Doo Dug at oops, Animal Kingdom. So go head over there. There is the link. Hopefully it's clickable. It doesn't really show up as clickable in on my side. Did that come up? Did the link come up in blue, guys? Can you tell me? Because I can't tell. Let me see. Let me see. It did. Okay. All right. Beautiful. So go over that link there. Go over to Doug. Say hello. I am going to be live at 10 o'clock for probably a fairly short stream. I'm going to be fixing a Thanksgiving dish. One of the dishes that I enjoy at around this time of year. So I will be live at 10 for that. That'll probably be about a 30-minute, 30-minute stream. It's not that involved, but it's just a fun activity, fun little cooking, even though there's no cooking involved, recipe that I wanted to share. And I'll be live tomorrow at 10 again to do some dishes that actually involve cooking. But then I have a premiere at 12 of a long, it's a kind of a long music video, background music for your Thanksgiving um, occasion, your celebrations. And that'll be up. I wanted to premiere it today so you can listen to it while you're, getting ready for the, cooking, getting prep done maybe tomorrow, later today, but it's going to be up at noon. So that'll be a premiere. It's about a 23, 24-minute video. So, all right, guys, we'll have a fantabulous day. Rooster mode activated is coming to the channel weekly in January, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to keep developing it, kind of ironing out what I'm going to do each week on this morning show. And so I'm really excited. Have a great day again. I'll be live at 10. Go see Doug in the meantime at Animal Kingdom. And I will talk to you all later. So bye bye, everybody.